Namaste yogis and welcome. For this today, we'll only need a bolster. This is basically a big firm pillow. If you don't have access to that, you can stack a couple blankets that are neatly folded into the same shape, okay? Just to give you a couple inches of height. And in fact, as we do come down onto our belly, supported by the bolster, if you do want an extra blanket, that can always go under the knees and just give you a little extra softness, extra cushion. All right, so this is surfboard. This is a bit more restorative. We're gonna come forward. I like to take the knees a little wider than the bolster, and that way as I start to come down, my pelvis, low belly, torso, chest, all of that is supported by the bolster, and that way I can extend the limbs. See, I'm taking my knees a little wider, the feet can turn out, and then forehead on the ground. Any extra height you need, a block, a blanket to support the forehead might be necessary. And so taking the arms out a little wider so the shoulders can relax away from the ears. As they soften, they might fall down towards the ears a bit, but you're definitely not holding them. Begin to close the eyes, focus on the pressure of the forehead resting into the ground or into your prop, and let's find a deeper breath in through the nose. Let this breath travel down the spine all the way to the tail tip. And then open the mouth, let it go. 2 more times, a longer breath in through the nose, filling to the top. And opening the mouth, release. Feel how the belly lets go, how the pelvis can start to drop. And 1 more time, full breath in as if you inflate the whole body down the limbs to toe tips. And out the mouth. Now allowing the legs to do nothing. Feel the inner thighs relax. Sense the weight of your knees, the weight of the feet. And they just sort of plop down towards the earth. And that attention you brought to the forehead and the pressure you were feeling, let that travel down towards the chest now. Down towards the upper belly. And all the way down into the front of the pelvis. And feel how both sides of the pelvis can rest easy. And as you bring a greater attention to the body, notice how awareness starts expanding outwardly. And here I ask you to be, just to remain in the stillness and feel internally what's moving, what's changing. We're completely passive, your breath is easy. And let's just savor these next few minutes or so in silence with our bodies. Acknowledging how good it feels just to press pause, to be right here, right now. And this connection to yourself is always this simple and this direct. And when you take the time to be inward, to feel, it grounds out the excess. And even from a more expanded viewpoint, we find it's easier to come back to center. Start returning to the feeling of your breath as the body rises and falls, and maybe you deepen the breath if that feels nice. The exhales can move out of the nose or out of the mouth. Try that one last time. And then wiggling the fingers and toes a bit. We'll start to slide the hands back so they're about under the shoulders. And when you're ready, the knees come in slightly. Let's press into hands and knees. Tabletop as you breathe in. And from here, approaching child. So shift the hips back. And you may find that the forehead can now rest upon the bolster. Or you can move the bolster out of the way and bring the forehead to the ground, landing in child's pose. It's a perfect place to set an intention. And maybe that's, I keep the space I have found. And for whatever may come through the rest of your day, I remain open. I'm intending to keep the space I have found. And for whatever may come, I remain open. Spend as much time as you'd like here. Whenever you're ready, just rising up. And it's always best to end in gratitude, a mudra, Anjali, hands at heart. Namaste.